dig. No, baby, you digging them up.
Hey everybody, it's David. Welcome back to the channel. So I have for you today a video that might be controversial amongst physical media collectors, and that is the topic of streaming. I was in a chat about a week or two ago with Joe the Horror Man and Jason Horrific Nightmares JM, and we got on the topic of streaming. And Joe admitted that he does have a digital library, but Jason did not. I'm with Joe. I do have a rather large digital library, and most of the stuff I have in my library is stuff that I do have copies of on Blu-ray or 4K or DVD that came with digital codes, and I do redeem those. And and I primarily use my digital services out of convenience. I like being able to hit a button, pull up my entire library, and just pick a movie at random. And I oftentimes will take my iPad to bed with me and just fall asleep to a movie. So again, it's purely out of convenience. But there are the occasions where a movie isn't available on Blu-ray or 4K. One that comes to mind is Barbarian. I do have a bootleg copy of it, but it wasn't sold anywhere officially in stores. So I had to buy it digitally. So, if it does get a release eventually, I will buy it. But for now, other than going the bootleg route, the only way to watch it is through streaming. So again, it's out of convenience for me. Like hitting a button and seeing my entire library. I think I have 569 movies currently in my Vudu account. And, I share it with my mom and dad. I mean, they can log into my account and watch movies as well. So it's not necessity, but it is a convenience. So I'm going to now switch over to narrator David and take you through my library. I hope you enjoy. This might be a long video. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to break it up into 2 separate videos, but nonetheless, I present to you my Vudu library. All right, first off, we have Aquaman, which I really enjoyed. We have Thanksgiving, that was a fun movie, and Exorcist Believer. I like that one, despite what people said about it. Cobweb was fun. Talk to Me was good, but not as good as people made it out to be, in my opinion. Indiana Jones, that was bad. I think that one should have been left alone. We have The Flash from DC. That was a fun one. It was good seeing Michael Keaton reprise his role as Batman. We had The Boogeyman. That was a fun one. And I'm a big fan of all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. We have Evil Dead Rise, which I was a fan of. We have The Pope's Exorcist. That was a fun one. And then we have Renfield. Always fun to see Nicolas Cage playing a crazy character. Super Mario Brothers, which was better than the one from the 90s. John McFour, I didn't care much for. And then we have Shazam, the second one, which wasn't as good as the first one, in my opinion. We've got 65 with Adam Driver. That was kind of a letdown. Scream 6 was good. And then we have M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin. That was one of my favorite movies from 2023. We have Megan, the theatrical release and the unrated versions. It was a fun movie. Kind of reminded me a lot of Child's Play. Then we have the Silent Night, Deadly Night trilogy. We have The Well with Brendan Fraser. It was good to see him back playing a lead role. We have Pray for the Devil. That was an okay movie. Black Adam, I didn't care a whole lot for. We have Halloween Ends. I'm not going to say anything about that. We all know how that went. Terrifier 2, I enjoyed. And Smile, I enjoyed. We have The Munsters. I liked it despite what people said about it. Barbarian, as I mentioned, is a good one. Bullet Train was fun. Nope, not my favorite movie from Jordan Peele, but it was still okay. I really liked Black Phone. And I can't, what is that? I can't see what it is. It's blocked. Jurassic World Dominion. That was a fun movie. Last Seen Alive, typical Gerard Butler movie. Top Gun Maverick was fun. I enjoyed the Fantastic Beasts movies. This was the second one from J.K. Rowling. Morbius, that one was one that didn't get a lot of praise, but I enjoyed it. X, it was okay. It got a lot of hype. Batman, I really enjoyed. Next, we have Scream 5, which I enjoyed. We have A Christmas Story Christmas and A Christmas Story, which I watch every year at Christmas time. And then we have the latest in the Matrix movies, which was not so great in my opinion. Halloween Kills, that was a good one. I've enjoyed all the Spider-Man movies, not so much the Venom movies. We have the new Ghostbusters, that was fun. I'm looking forward to the new one. Antlers was great. Dune was great. I'm looking forward to the sequel to that one as well. Bad Candy left a bad taste in my mouth. I like Shang-Chi or whatever it is. It was fun. I'm not familiar with that character. Candyman was good. Last Matinee, that's a great one. If you haven't seen it, definitely worth checking out. Don't Breathe 2 was good. And Free Guy was a fun one with Ryan Reynolds. Next up, we have Jungle Cruise. That was a fun one with The Rock. We have Till Death. That was a good one with Megan Fox. And then we have Werewolves Within. I thought it was just okay. I got a lot of hype too. We have The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, fun movie with Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson. The Conjuring 3, not my favorite in the Conjuring series. And then The Spiral with Chris Rock. I thought it was okay. It was good seeing him play a more serious role. All right, next up we have A Quiet Place 2. I really enjoyed that one a lot. We had the Mortuary Collection. That was a fun trilogy. And then Godzilla vs. Kong was great, despite me not being the biggest Godzilla fan. We had The Seventh Day. That was okay. Nobody I liked a lot. And then Wrong Turn. I really enjoyed that one. I haven't seen the original Wrong Turn movies, though, so I might change my mind about that one. I don't know. All right, moving on. We have The Cleansing Hour. That was a fun exorcism movie. We have Don't Tell a Soul. That was a decent movie. And then we have Zack Snyder's Justice League. I like that one quite a bit. Did not care much for Wonder Woman 84. Then we have Love and Monsters. That was a fun movie. Fat Man, another one I watch every year at Christmas. Freaky was a fun one. Possessor was weird. The Call, it was okay, I guess. Unhinged was great. Alone is a good one that I don't hear talked about a lot if it's a good zombie flick. And then this last one is one that I won in a digital code giveaway. I haven't even watched it, so I couldn't tell you if it's good or not. I think it's a romance, not my cup of tea. Tenet was good. Open 24 Hours is great. The Silencing is a good one as well. Really like The Wretched quite a bit. Next we have a bundle. It's Bone Tomahawk and then The Last Brawl on Cell Block 99. Both great movies. First Cow, again, another one I won in a digital code giveaway. I think it was Dan over at Reject Films. I won one of his contests. Guns Akimbo was a fun one. The Invisible Man I enjoyed. And then we have Scream Queen, which is the documentary about the actor that played Jesse in Elm Street 2. Great documentary if you haven't seen that one. All right, next up we have Gretel and Hansel. That was a decent movie. Color Out of Space, I really enjoyed that one quite a bit. Then we had The Turning, not the greatest movie. It was kind of the same story as The Haunting of Bly Manor. It featured Finn Wolfhard, so I think they were just trying to play on the Stranger Things success, but it didn't do too great. We have Underwater, that was a good movie. The Godfather Coda. I'm not the biggest Godfather fan. My wife really likes those movies quite a bit, so this is one that I got from Cody. It was a digital code that he gave me. She likes it. I've not seen it. 1917 is a good war movie. Next up, we have the last movie in the latest Star Wars trilogy. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Then we have Jumanji 2. That was a fun movie. And I grew up in the 80s, and I love Rambo, so gotta have that. Dr. Sleep, I really loved. Wish I'd seen it in theaters. Maleficent was a good one for Angelina Jolie. Trick, it's mediocre at best, in my opinion. Then we had the Rob Zombie trilogy. I've seen them all except for Three from Hell. We have The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. It was okay. I still prefer Jack Nicholson as my Joker. And then we have the Annabelle 3 film bundle. I've enjoyed all those movies in that series. We have Haunt, which I really enjoyed quite a bit. It Chapter 2 was good. And then we have Angel Has Fallen, your typical Gerard Butler movie. I've got all three of those Has Fallen movies in my collection. You'll see them eventually in this list. Moving on, we have Ready or Not. That was a fun movie. Scary Stories was a good one. Then we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Not my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, if I'm being honest. I've enjoyed all the Spider-Man movies. Anna was a fun movie. The Child's Play remake, I liked it. I didn't love it. I still prefer the original Child's Play over the remake. Big fan of all the X-Men films. Brightburn was a good one, kind of your What If Superman Was Bad. And then we have John Wick 3, which I really enjoyed quite a bit. We have Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. I liked both those movies. Pet Sematary, the remake, I enjoyed it despite it being spoiled in the trailer. And then the first Shazam was a good one. We had the Karate Kid trilogy. Again, a kid from the 80s, so I had to have those. We had Dragged Across Concrete. That was a good movie. And then I'm a huge fan of the How to Train Your Dragon movies, my favorite animated series. We have Replicas with Keanu Reeves. That was a decent movie. We have the first Aquaman, which I really enjoyed. And then we have Robin Hood. I prefer the Robin Hood with Kevin Costner or the one with Russell Crowe over this one. This one was okay, but not the greatest. Again, back to Fantastic Beasts, a great movie. We have The Grinch with Benjamin Cumberbatch, or Cumberbatch, whatever, as the Grinch. And then we have The Girl in the Spider's Web. I liked Claire Foy as Elizabeth Salander, but I prefer Rooney Mara from the one with Daniel Craig as the character of Elizabeth. All right, next up we have Overlord. I started that one. I never finished it, but I enjoyed what I saw. Bohemian Rhapsody, what can you say about that one? And then we have Hunter Killer, again, your typical Gerard Butler movie, underwater in a submarine. All right, we have Halloween 2018. I really like that one quite a bit. And then we have the Bad Times at the El Royale. That was a decent movie. Star is Born isn't my cup of tea. That's my wife's movie, so I can't speak to that one. We have Venom. Again, not the biggest fan of those movies, but again, this is one that I think I won a digital copy of. Hellfest I really liked, and then The House with the Clock in the Walls was okay. Summer of '84 was a good one. Skyscraper was a fun action movie with The Rock, and then Ant-Man and Wasp was decent, I guess. Not my favorite in the Marvel movies. We have Jurassic World. We have Hereditary, which I like, but I don't love as much as other people do. And then we have Deadpool 2. I love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Probably my favorite comic book character, if I'm being honest. Next to Superman and Batman. Avengers was fun. Then we have the 50 Shades movies, which is my wife's. I think I've seen the first one, but I haven't seen the other two. And then we have Rampage with The Rock. That was a fun movie. We have A Quiet Place, which I really liked. Ready Player One was a good movie. I like the book better. And then we have Terrifier, which we all know about that one. We have Tomb Raider, Strangers Pray at Night. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. And then we have Red Sparrow. That was a good movie. We have Jumanji, the first one. That was fun. We have another Star Wars movie. And then we have Justice League, which I enjoyed quite a bit. We have Mayhem, which was crazy but fun. Thor Ragnarok, which I didn't care much for. And then we have the bundle of the Saw movies, the first 8. Geostorm, another Gerard Butler movie. Better Watch Out, another one I watch every year at Christmas. And then we have The Last Brawl in Cell Block 99, good movie. We have some of the Friday the 13th films. We have the Flatliners remake, which was mediocre at best. And then we have The Kingsman, The Golden Circle. This is the second one in the trilogy. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Next up, we have It Chapter 1. I really enjoyed that one. The Hitman's Bodyguard, again, a fun movie. And then we have the third movie in the Planet of the Apes trilogy, which I enjoyed quite a bit. We have Spider-Man. We have Baby Driver, which is fun. And then Transformers, The Last Knight. I enjoy all the Transformer films. We had The Mummy with Tom Cruise. That wasn't so great. Wonder Woman I enjoyed. And then Alien Covenant was decent. Not my favorite one in the Alien films. Next up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which was a lot of fun. We have Life, which is a fun space horror movie. And then Kong Skull Island, which I love a lot. We have Logan, which I enjoyed. John Wick 2. And then Moana. Split, I thought was okay. Bye Bye Man was decent. And Hidden Figures is one of my wife's movies. I haven't seen it. It's a drama. I'm sure it's pretty good. It got a lot of recognition. All right, next up we have the Blair Witch Project and the Blair Witch. I have not seen the Blair Witch. Then we have Underworld, Blood Wars, which was good, and then Evil Dead 1 and 2. We have the Star Trek 3-movie collection, a big fan of those. Autopsy of Jane Doe, which I really love a lot, and then Sing, I haven't seen. Rogue One was a great movie. Then we have Solace, which was a great movie with Anthony Hopkins and Colin Farrell. And then we've got Fantastic Beasts, the first one in the latest from J.K. Rowling, which was a fun movie. We have Nocturnal Animals with Jake Gyllenhaal, decent movie. Doctor Strange, I liked. And then we have Hacksaw Ridge with Andrew Garfield. That's a great war movie if you haven't seen that one. Worth checking out. Inferno is a third movie, I think, in the Robert Langdon series. Don't Breathe was good. And then we have the bundle of, we have the Suicide Squad, which I liked better than the second one that came out more recently. We have Jason Bourne. I'm a big fan of the Bourne series. We have Lights Out, which I really liked. And then we have Train to Busan. That was the one I saw for the first time about a year ago and really, really enjoyed that one quite a bit. We have Ghostbusters with the SNL ladies and Melissa McCarthy. And then we have The Legend of Tarzan with one of the Skarsgård brothers. A good movie. We have The Purge, election year, which was okay. We have Batman v Superman, the extended cut, which I liked. And then we have Finding Dory, which was good, but not as good as Finding Nemo, in my opinion. The Conjuring 2, I enjoyed quite a bit. Then we have Civil War. I'm not the biggest fan of the Captain America films. And then we have the theatrical cut of Batman v Superman, which was good, but I prefer the extended cut over the theatrical cut. We have 10 Cloverfield Lane, which I just saw for the first time recently and really enjoyed it. We have London Has Fallen from Gerard Butler. And then we have Deadpool, which is just hilarious. We have The Revenant, which was decent. We have Star Wars, The Force Awakens, which was great. And Krampus, which is one I watch every year at Christmas. We have Creed, The Night Before, another one I watch every year at Christmas. We have Daniel Craig and Spectre. We have The Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. That's a fun movie. Tales of Halloween is a fun anthology. And then we have Hotel Transylvania 2, which was a decent movie. All right, next up we have Sicario. I enjoyed that one. We have Mission Impossible 5. That was a great film. I enjoy all those Mission Impossible movies. Then we have the Poltergeist remake, which was not very good in my opinion. We have Terminator Genesis, which I enjoyed. We have Jurassic World, and then Get Hard with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart, which is a funny movie. We have the Kingsman, The Secret Service, which was fun. Then we have Jupiter Ascending with Channing Tatum. That was kind of a mess and not really that great if I remember. Then we have Big Hero 6 from Disney. That was a fun movie. All right, moving on. We have The Hobbit. This is the third one in the trilogy, I believe. We are big fans of the Night of the Museum movies at my house. And then we have Horrible Bosses 2, which is a fun movie with Jason Bateman. We have the first John Wick movie, which I enjoyed quite a bit. We have Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, which I enjoy both of those. And then we have Dracula Untold. My wife is a big vampire nut, so we enjoy that one. We have Leprechaun 1 through 7. I've only seen part 1 and pieces of 2 and nothing beyond that. We have The Maze Runner. And then again, 80s kid, so I gotta have Ghostbusters 1 and 2. All right, we have The Guest, which I really enjoyed. If I Stay is one of my daughter's movies. I haven't seen that one. And then we have Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, big fan of those films. We have Lucy, which I enjoyed. Purge Anarchy, which was mediocre at best. And then we have Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the second one in the trilogy. We have How to Train Your Dragon 2, which I enjoy. Age of Tomorrow was a fun movie. And then we have Maleficent with Angelina Jolie. Again, X-Men movies, Spider-Man movies, and Oculus. That was a good movie from my favorite director. Mr. Peabody and Sherman I haven't seen, nor have I seen the Lego movie. I, Frankenstein, not so great. We have The Expendables 1 through 3. I liked 1, 2 was okay, 3 I could do without. 47 Ronin is a good one with Keanu Reeves. Then we have another Hobbit movie. This is The Desolation of Smaug. That was a fun movie. And moving on, we have Frozen, which I have never seen. We have Catching Fire. This is in the Mockingjay series. And then we have Fright Night 2, the remake, which was not bad. I enjoyed it for what it was. All right, moving on. We have Percy Jackson. Those are fun movies. Two Guns I enjoyed. And then we have the first in the Conjuring series, which I really, really enjoyed. I enjoyed both Red 2 and Red 1. Those are fun movies. I have the Coronado trilogy, so World's End is a fun one. And then we have Grown Ups 2 with Adam Sandler, which is fun. World War Z is a great movie. Man of Steel I loved. Star Trek, again, a fan of those movies. Iron Man 3 was good. Evil Dead, the remake, is excellent. Then we have another one of the Olympus movies from Gerard Butler. We have Oz. We have Warm Bodies, which was fun. Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters was a fun one as well. We have Leatherface, which was decent. We have both the original Carrie and the remake, which I like them both. And then we have Wolf Creek 2, which I enjoyed more than the first one, actually. We have the first in the Hobbit movies. That was good. We have Rise of the Guardians, which I watch every year. And now we are into the Twilight films, which are my daughter's and my wife's. We have Skyfall, which I enjoyed. Sinister, I loved. Halloween 6, despite it, not being the greatest, it's still a fun movie. We have Dread. We have the Indiana Jones collection. And then we have The Bourne Legacy, which I thought was a good movie, despite not having Jason Bourne in it. Dark Knight Rises I enjoyed. The Amazing Spider-Man I enjoyed. Battleship was decent for being a board game movie. The Raven is about Edgar Allan Poe. I enjoyed that one. The Avengers I enjoyed. Cabin in the Woods, a personal favorite of mine. We have Wrath of the Titans, which I enjoyed. We have another movie in the Mockingjay series. And then we have Journey 2, The Center of the Earth, which was a fun movie with The Rock. We have Chronicle, which I saw in theaters. It was okay. We have Underworld Awakenings, which I enjoyed. And then we have another film in the Twilight series, Breaking Dawn, I guess part 1. We have The Thing, which was a good movie. It plays great into the original one. We have Dale and Tucker versus Evil. And then we have the Fright Night remake. The Help, I haven't seen. Cowboys versus Aliens, I really enjoy. And then we have the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which is the first one in the latest trilogy. We are now into Harry Potter movies. This is the last one I saw at a drive-in. I enjoyed it. We have the first Horrible Bosses, which was fun, and then Super 8, which is a great movie from J.J. Abrams. Again, with more X-Men films. Scream. The Right was a good one. Harry Potter Part 7, Part 1. And then we have Due Date. That was a fun comedy, kind of in the vein of The Hangover. We have Red, the first one. That was a fun one. We have The Town, which was a good movie with Ben Affleck. And then we have The A-Team. That was a fun movie. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake, not so great. The Losers I enjoyed. And Clash of the Titans I really enjoyed. We have the first in the How to Train Your Dragon series. We have Shutter Island, which I just recently rewatched. Not my favorite DiCaprio film. And then we have The Wolfman, which I really enjoy quite a bit. We have Daybreakers, which was a decent film. We have Leap Year, which is a rom-com. And then we have Pirate Radio, which is a great movie if you are into 60s music. Law Abiding Citizen was a great film. Halloween 2 from Rob Zombie, not my favorite. And then we have Harry Potter Part 6. We have Angels and Demons. This was the second one in the Robert Langdon film series. I enjoy it quite a bit. We have Wolverine, which I enjoy quite a bit. We have the Friday the 13th remakes. We have Coraline, and then The Dark Knight. Underworld, Rise of the Lycans was fun. We have Jennifer's Body. The Day the Earth Stood Still was okay. Four Christmases is great. We have a James Bond bundle, and that features Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. And then we have Eagle Eye, which is a good movie with Shia LaBeouf. Tropic Thunder is a funny comedy. We have the last Mummy film in the Brendan Fraser trilogy. And then we have Hancock. That one was okay, kind of an anti-hero movie. Wanted was fun. I enjoyed The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. Wish he would have stayed The Incredible Hulk. And then we had The Strangers, which I enjoy quite a bit. Forgetting Sarah Marshall is a fun comedy. I Am Legend I enjoyed. Trick or Treat, a must watch every Halloween for me. The Mist is a great Stephen King movie. Fred Claus, another one I watch every year at Christmas. American Gangster is a great movie. 30 Days a Night is a good one. Across the Universe is for you Beatle fans. And then 3:10 to Yuma is a great Western with Russell Crowe and Christian Bale. We have Rob Zombie's Halloween, which I enjoyed. We have The Bourne Ultimatum, which I love all the Bourne movies. We have Harry Potter 5. Hot Fuzz is a fun one. Disturbia is the one I rewatched recently. I enjoy that one quite a bit. And then we have The Hills Have Eyes Part 2. Shooter's a good one with Mark Wahlberg. We have Night at the Museum. And then Departed is a great one with Jack Nicholson, DiCaprio, and Matt Damon. Da Vinci Code, one of my favorite movies of all time. I enjoy that one quite a bit. And then we have The Hills Have Eyes, the remake, which was pretty good. We have Underworld Evolutions, which I enjoy. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Beginning, which are both great. And then we have Wolf Creek 1, which is good. We have King Kong. We have Harry Potter 4 and the Fog remake, which wasn't so great, but I still have it in my library for whatever reason. Greatest Game Ever Played is the only movie that really gets me to tear up. We have The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and then Wes Craven's Red Eye, which I just saw for the first time recently. I enjoyed it. It's pretty good. We have The Island with Ewan McGregor, decent movie. We have War of the Worlds, which I enjoy. And then High Tension is a great movie. Crash is a good movie. Constantine is great. Christmas with the Cranks, another one I watch every year at Christmas with Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis. We have Saw Unrated. We have The Bourne Supremacy, which is great. We have Harry Potter 3, Van Helsing, Shaun of the Dead, and the Blade trilogy. We have Elf, we have Underworld, and then Freddy vs. Jason. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, The Hunted, which I've rewatched for the first time in years. Great movie. And then we have Harry Potter Part 2. And that takes us to Ghost Ship. Great opening to that film. We have The Ring and Red Dragon. Signs, Halloween Resurrection. I won't say anything about that one. Minority Report is a great movie. We have the Bourne movie, great movie. Jason X, Jason in Space. Frailty is a great one with Matthew McConaughey. Ice Age is fun. Queen of the Damned, I enjoyed that one. And The Count of Monte Cristo is a great movie. We have the first Harry Potter film. We have From Hell, which I enjoy quite a bit. Training Day is great. We have The Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg. I enjoyed it. We have Jurassic Park 3. And then Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. Swordfish is a great one from the early 2000s. Mummy Returns was fun. Donnie Darko. The Gift is a great one with Keanu Reeves as kind of the bad guy. Dracula 2000 from Wes Craven. And then we have Pay It Forward, which I have not seen. Almost Famous is kind of a autobiographical movie from Cameron Crowe. We have What Lies Beneath, which I saw on my honeymoon with my wife. And then Russell Crowe in The Gladiator, great film. We have American Psycho, which I'm not all that crazy about. High Fidelity, which I love. The Ninth Gate was a good one with Johnny Depp. We have Scream 3. We have Candyman and The Green Mile. End of Days, Sleepy Hollow, Stigmata, all great movies from the 90s. Stir of Echoes, Sixth Sense, kind of the same stories about seeing dead people. And then we have the original Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is a Guy Ritchie film, which is a lot of fun. We have The Faculty, which I love. And then we have the original Blade. We have Halloween H2O, Saving Private Ryan, and The Mask of Zorro. All three great films. Mercury Rising is a fun one. The Big Lebowski is always a riot. And Fallen is a great one too, if you haven't seen that one, with Denzel Washington and John Goodman. Scream 2, we have Gattaca, another personal favorite. Devil's Advocate, one of my favorites as well. The Edge, a great movie with Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin. We have Air Force One, and then Jurassic Park, The Lost World. Austin Powers, must have. Donnie Brasco, a great one with Al Pacino and Johnny Depp, and then the original Scream. That Thing You Do, a personal favorite of mine as well. Independence Day and The Rock. We have Mission Impossible 2, a good one. We have The Dentist, parts 1 and 2. And then we have Heat, which is another great 90s film. We have Empire Records, Seven, and Mr. Holland's Opus. Apollo 13, Shawshank Redemption, and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Speed, The Crow, and Interview with the Vampire. We have Tombstone, a great western, Wayne's World 2, a not-so-great sequel, Jurassic Park, The Muppet Christmas Carol, Dracula, Pet Sematary 2, which I really enjoyed. We have Reservoir Dogs, the original Wayne's World, and JFK. Cape Fear, personal favorite. Point Break, personal favorite. Terminator 2, excellent movie. Backdraft, a good movie. The Doors, a great movie. Bride of Reanimator, so-so. Silence of the Lambs, my all-time favorite. Edward Scissorhands and the original It. We have the original Flatliners, also a personal favorite. Young Guns 2, personal favorite. Presumed Innocent, I haven't seen. Gremlins 2 is a good one. Total Recall is a good one. Christmas Vacation, a must-see every year at Christmas. Little Monsters, okay. Batman, love it. Pet Sematary, love it. Halloween 5, They Live. Halloween 4, haven't seen that one. Young Guns, love it. The Blob, love it. Waxwork, fun movie. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, every year at Thanksgiving. Running Man, great. Prince of Darkness, great. Lost Boys, great. Untouchables, fantastic. Creepshow 2, good. The Wraith with Charlie Sheen, pretty good. The Fly, love it. Big Trouble in Little China, okay. Not my favorite. Top Gun, good movie. Murphy's Law, haven't seen. Reanimator, love it. Silver Bullet, love it. Teen Wolf, 80s kid, love it. Fright Night, awesome. Weird Science, awesome. Back to the Future trilogy, all great. The Goonies, classic. Cat's Eye, good. Better Off Dead, Terminator, love it. Gremlins, love it. Friday the 13th, Christine. Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, great. Twilight Zone the movie, great. Creepshow, great. Halloween 3, great. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, have not seen that one, to be honest. Friday the 13th, Part 3, love it. The Thing, great. E.T., great. Blade Runner, great. Poltergeist, great. Clash of the Titans, classic. Friday the 13th Part 2, Halloween 2, good. Elephant Man, Elephant Man is great if you haven't seen it. Star Wars, good. The Shining, love it. Friday the 13th Part 1, not my favorite, if I'm being honest. 9 to 5, classic. Changeling, great. Jack Frost, I love those movies. Apocalypse Now, I haven't seen. Alien, love it. Dracula, my wife's movie. She loves Frank Langella as Dracula. Christopher Reeves will always be my Superman. Halloween, classic. Jaws 2, great film. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, it's a little slow for me, but it's still a good movie. The original Star Wars, great. Rocky, classic. The Omen, love it. The Man Who Fell to Earth, Taxi Driver, good. Cuckoo's Nest, great. Dog Day Afternoon, great. Jaws, love it. Watch it every year at 4th of July. Godfather Part 2, again, not a big fan. The Year Without Santa Claus, classic. Rankin and Bass. Black Christmas, classic. Blazing Saddles turns 50 this year. Great movie. Exorcist, love it. Godfather, I could do without it, if I'm being honest. Clockwork Orange, weird. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, again, Rankin and Bass, love it. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is one that my daughters loved when they were little kids. We watched that one so many times. And finally, we have Rosemary's Baby and Doctor Sleep, the extended cut. I'm not sure why that one appeared at the bottom of the list, but for whatever reason it did. That's the version I prefer to watch. Again, excellent film. I wish I'd seen that one in theaters when it came out. Well, there you have it, folks. That is everything that I have in my digital library. If you made it this far, I appreciate you sticking it out, and hopefully you got a little bit of an insight as to what my tastes are in movies. That's going to do it for this video. Hope everyone is doing well, and until next time, take care. Thanks.